My boyfriend has been pressuring me to get rid of my sex toy because he's insecure. I need advice. So this has been an argument for a while. My boyfriend and I both have sex toys, as I assume most people do. The issue is, he wants me to get rid of mine but won't get rid of his. That's not something I'd normally ask for, as I feel like it's healthy to masturbate even in a relationship. I don't genuinely want him to get rid of his, I just wanted him to realize and understand what he was asking me to do. But he's been pressuring me to get rid of mine because they make him insecure. I understood and told him we wouldn't use them during sex but that I want to keep them. He keeps pushing me to get rid of them altogether. I more or less snapped and told him if he really wanted me to get rid of them then he'd have to get rid of his sex doll. He's been upset since and has told me I'm being petty and not empathizing with his insecurities. I am trying to, and I've kinda explained why I wanted to keep them. I don't want to hurt his feelings but he can't get me off from normal sex and he usually doesn't attempt to help me out with it either. I need advice on how to explain this to him without making him more insecure. I don't feel this way out of malice. I know it's not a big deal especially compared to most posts here, but I'm not sure what to do about it. Good for you. Don't back down on this. My approach would be to say something like, the problem isn't that I don't understand or empathize. The problem is that I don't agree with the solution you've proposed. I'm happy to help you find a therapist who can help you work past your insecurity. But I use these toys to masturbate, and masturbation is a part of my life that I'm not willing to give up to soothe your insecurity. The sex toys are just a symptom of the deeper problem, which is your insecurity. Do you really want to spend your life with someone who won't put in the effort to learn how to give you an orgasm and who won't let you use the things that will give you an orgasm? That's the bigger problem here. That he doesn't care about your pleasure. If he doesn't want to feel insecure in bed then he must put in the effort to get you off. So he doesn't make you come and he doesn't want you to do it yourself either? And he wants you to sacrifice your orgasm on the altar of his insecurities? Jesus Christ, just throw out the whole man. If he won't get rid of his, you won't get rid of yours, period. He doesn't make sense. I thought maybe you were talking about you having a vibrator and him having a fleshlight or something, but he has a full-blown sex doll. Not that you should get rid of yours anyway, but he has one serious insecurity issue. He is showing you who he is. He will always put his own pleasure above yours and he's misogynistic to think that his sex toy and yours aren't on the exact same level. Actually, he has a whole sex doll. Not even just a pocket pussy, a whole doll. 99% of the time I'm not one to judge, and I think men having sex toys is cool. In fact, I have bought my boyfriend a few toys, but I've always found something a bit predatory about sex dolls. They're often small in size, completely hairless, light in weight, and portray the perfect female body, aka hairless and childlike. Girl, keep your butt plugs and vibrators. This guy is a hypocrite and doesn't deserve to be between your legs. Stop worrying about his feelings and just let him be insecure. Women aren't made to fix men's feelings. He doesn't get you off, but instead of trying to just be better in bed, he wants to take away the things that do get you off. And you're worried about his feelings. Oh girl, no. Throw the whole boyfriend away. Throw out the boy instead of the toys. Excuse me, did you say sex doll? Imagine being so fragile that you ask your girlfriend to get rid of her sex toy despite the fact you can't make her reach climax. Some dudes are hopeless LMAO. Wow, do you really want to deal with someone like that? Honey. He is a whole damn sex doll. And is worried about your toys. I personally don't know anyone with a sex doll. Your assumption about that might be wrong here. Anyways, not my point. He can't get you off. That's an issue. Talk about that. Especially about his lack of helping you out. Could be he's totally oblivious, so be blunt about it. Help me out or fuck off. He's insecure about toys. I don't know where this stems from. Are your toys huge, reptilian or something else? Don't tell me. He needs to get over his insecurities. But hey, he can't get you off. That'd make any man insecure. Did you talk about it yet? Why does it help him if you get rid of your sex toys? Does he feel like you're not getting off because of these toys? Let him spell it out, how this fixes anything. Never sacrifice who you are to be with someone. Ever. His insecurities do not get to trump who you are. And you are right to expect that there is no double standards. Well, it is a big deal. Don't downplay your feelings here. You enjoy certain things with him, that includes your toys, and that's perfectly valid. He's of course valid in his feelings, but can't expect you to get rid of something if he has an entire sex doll. I think you need to be clear that this is something important to you and that brings you joy, and I'm sure he can understand that as he has a sex doll. Ask him if you should feel insecure or threatened by his sex doll. If he says no, then the same goes for your items. I mean, this starts to become like opening a relationship or swinging, right? You can't open a relationship for one person in the relationship, it's either open or closed. You're dating a man who's a sex doll. And he has the nerve to mention any of your toys? Audacity is never in short supply, I see. I don't want to hurt his feelings, but he can't get me off from normal sex, and he usually doesn't attempt to help me out with it either. Oh okay, so he's a lazy lover who thinks sex exists to boost his ego and make him feel like the big handsome manly man, and for that reason only. Girl. Hurt his feelings. His insecurities are his to work on. You can empathize with them, but that doesn't mean that you have to get rid of your sex toys because of them. It is not your responsibility to make it so that he does not have to manage his own insecurities, it is his responsibility to learn how to overcome or manage them. His insecurities do not get to dictate how you conduct your relationship with your own body and your own sexuality. Jesus Christ, move on to a more fulfilling relationship. Leave him now. His insecurities are too great. Imagine being the boyfriend and being that stupid and self-centered. Come on girls, this is a huge red flag. Not only because of the insecurity but the self-centered solution and lack of sight in what he is causing is sad. Tell him, no, he's jealous of rubber and plastic. There's really nothing you can do. And him making you do the work for him is quite entitled. He's using his insecurity to control your sexuality. I hate him. The fuck? He has a full-on sex doll and has the audacity to try to deny you a couple pocket rockets and maybe a dildo or two. The sex toy to get rid of if your boyfriend. Okay, so, men feeling fragile over sex toys is a classic toxic masculinity terror. Oh no, he thinks, what if Mr. Purple is better than me in bed? Mr. Big is 2 inches bigger than me, how will I cope? A partner who supports the sexual relationship is one who finds joy in your pleasure, and who helps you have fun. Whether that's solo, or together. Your boyfriend's insecurity, well, that sounds like a him problem. You could always tell him to just get better at sex, so that he doesn't have to be concerned about Mr. Purple. Why are you with him if he can't get you off nor attempts to? Lol, you're better off with your toys. He doesn't understand empathy. You don't get to dictate, excuse the pun, what sex toys your partner uses on their own because you're insecure. This is beyond normal insecurity if he is jealous of an inanimate object. He thinks of sex as zero-sum. One for you is one less for him. Tell him gently how the toys aren't a critique of him, are not better than him, and don't replace him. Also, he has a sex doll. Seriously. He has a doll in the shape of another, probably attractive, woman, and you have a replica penis. I was too shocked from reading about the freaking sex doll that I almost missed that he literally doesn't give a shit about your own pleasure. Why are you with a man that puts himself above your every need? Not only he doesn't care about your physical needs, but he doesn't care about your feelings as well. It looks to me that your only role in this relationship is to get him off and reassure his insecurity, feed his ego. Getting rid of your sex toys sure is a way to ignore the actual problem. You need to explain to him that getting rid of them won't make him a better lover. He's basically trying to get rid of the competition, instead of putting some effort into making his product better. He needs to realize that he's the problem here, not the toys. Get rid of him. Find yourself a man who buys you sex toys, encourages you to use them on your own and with him. Jesus, these insecure dudes gotta go. Keep the toys, get rid of the boy. Keep the toys, get rid of the BF. Keep the toys, throw out the boy. Dump him. Unless it's like a giant alien horse dildo, he's overreacting. Plus, he has a sex doll which is way outside toy. If you ask me, it's just creepy. Why do you censor words like sex and masturbate in a sub specifically about relationships? It seems unnecessary and immature. Serious question, not trying to be shitty. Keep the toy, dump the guy. He is being manipulative and gaslighting you. If he doesn't drop it, I personally would dump him. His insecurity over your sex toy is his issue and he should seek counseling for it. You are not going to fix it. I'd leave him if that's what he's insecure. Normal intercourse doesn't give me an orgasm, so I need my vibrator, and my husband completely understands because he's not an asshole. No more explanation needed. Double standard. And no. The sex toys aren't the problem, his insecurity is the problem. While toys are great, I somehow doubt that having sex with a sex doll helps someone learn how to be a good lover. Guessing he has sex the same mechanical self-serving way he does it with the doll. Keep the toy. Bin the boyfriend. Download Hinge. Ask him why he's insecure about it and then go from there. Knowing the reasons and understanding it might help make a clear conclusion to the problem. Your boyfriend wants you to get rid of your sex toys and he can't make you come. Sounds like he needs to work on that. First, you under no circumstances ever, and let me stress that, ever have to empathize with anyone's insecurities. Fuck that noise. Secondly, just tell him straight up he sucks at sex and the toys are staying. If he can't make you orgasm, you'll be damned if you don't have toys that actually do the job adequately. Note: I don't normally advise being that straightforward, or as some call it, insensitive, but when you have a partner being a piece of shit, the kid gloves come the fuck off. Not empathizing with his insecurities, what a stupid thing for him to say. More like you don't want to enable his insecurities. Don't give in to his pathetic request. Keep the toy, ditch the boy. Simple. It would make sense to get rid of yours if he did the same thing. Should work both ways. If you have insecurities, try to fix them, not command the other person what to do to make yourself feel better. Partnership over ownership. How is your relationship besides the issue with sex toys? First off, my personal opinion is that this is very double standard of him. Him having a sex doll is okay, but sex toys are not, because it's making him insecure. I wonder why it is making him insecure. Does he know you can't get off without the sex toys while having sex with him? I understand his insecurities if he knows you can't get off without them, but at the same time he has to understand that it has nothing to do with his performance. Not everyone can get off just my penetration or even getting fingered by someone else. He has to work on his insecurities.